We have wrapped up our matches from week 2 of the OMEN Valorant Challenges South Asia, and as usual there's a lot to cover. In case you guys have missed anything, allow us to help you get up to speed with another episode of OMEN Play-by-Play. In the opening match of week 2, MLT went toe-to-toe in the initial rounds against a formidable name like VLT. However, as the day progressed, the difference between the teams got more and more apparent. MLT had no choice but to surrender side control whenever VLT started creating pressure. End result, VLT secured the day with a 13-5 on Pearl and 13-10 on Split.
In the balance, they will throw everything that they have into the sink, and Rio starts off with a nice snappy headshot. The Cabbages go inside. Cortez chiming in one more. They're actually making this one work. The Shorty gets one more. Down to a 1v1. It's Rio versus Deathmaker, but Sunny sains the free.
Next Group A match was between Revenant and Orangutan. And although it was the OG boys who finished the day with yet another clean slate, boy did Revenant put up a serious fight. For the first time in this split, the matches came this close for Orangutan. During the first match on Bind, Revenant was leading the scoreline 11-5. But even though Revenant was successful in securing all those early rounds, let's just say their wins weren't so clean. OG was successful in keeping Revenant's economy down by getting those late frags, and this economic meltdown forced Revenant to lose their momentum as the OG boys turned the scoreline to 13-11 in their favor. With reads like that and Aziz getting more menacing day by day, OG are indeed the top dogs in the race. Yet, Revenant bounced back in the following match where Velocity couldn't even get double digits. Dominant scorelines of 13-5 on Split and 13-9 on Bind proves that the Revenant fell short against the OGs. They are still the biggest threat, especially when Paradox is swinging in full gear and the rest of the team is in absolute sync. No doubt one of the greatest days RNT fans ever had.
So confused, he's got sound cues all around him, but he can't see an enemy. And Doma's flank finally comes into effect, but Ace shuts it down before he can make too much of an impact. The time has run out, but Ace is taking it! Amadrasu can't shoot him in time! Revenant have done the impossible. They take down Velocity 2-0.
Unfortunately, there's not much to write home about when it comes to Medal Esports. Single-digit performances for the second time this split. This time against Godlike Esports, the veteran duo of Rexy and Zay went down on Medal, allowing Godlike to pick up their first win this split. It wasn't until the match between True Rippers and God's Reign where the table toppers of Group B locked horns, and we finally had a day that went to Map 3. Although True Rippers secured the Map 1 with a 13-7 lead, match number 2 was carried on to overtime. And reaping complete advantage of True Rippers' gaps in defense, God's Reign pulled themselves back from the brink of another loss. Moving on to the final map, the scoreline was too tight for the players to breathe. After tying it 11-11, True Rippers secured the last round with a perfect combination of ultimates. Unable to apply countermeasures, God's Reign had to succumb to a scoreline of 11-13.
The volley on his feet too. The aftershock. Make sure he's not able to throw the lockdown. True Rippers, they answer right back. And it's all down to Vibor and Case. He does not get the spam. Techno is taking it. And he will do it.
However, what True Rippers did to God's Reign was inflicted back upon them by Aster Army, which now sets up Group B in an even manner. God's Reign, Aster Army and True Rippers all have 2 wins each and are likely to make it through to the next stage. However, the killer instincts that God's Reign showed in Split 1 seem to be missing this time around. Meanwhile, the addition of Marzan and Raduka is working wonders for Aster Army, who could finish the group stage with a perfect record. We have come to an end of the updates from Week 3 of the OMEN Valorant Challenges South Asia. Subscribe to OMEN India's YouTube channel if you want more such videos, and we'll see you again in the next episode.